Signal in the factory that this was not a false alarm, this was a real bomber coming over. But still people had never heard the bell ring before, so they didn't really appreciate its significance.
Has Enid got out?
He was escorted out there on by the police.
That's the first bomb that's in the factory. That's the second bomb in the factory. Firing at the plane. So that's the first plane the plane's come over. And what happens now is that it circles round North Muscat. And what we don't realise is that it's coming back in the next minute or two, but people are coming out. Now the building's starting to get on fire, and the Works Fire Brigade have got their pump. Now the Works Fire Brigade was staffed by workmen who also did firefighting training in their spare time. We've got some ARP wardens first on the scene with a stirrup pump and machine gun fire from the plane. They're managing to direct the hose over the front of the building into the fire behind. The first bomb had actually hit the tool rod, and so we're now getting people coming out who've been hurt in the air raid, hit by bombs. It was completely random. Some people could be spared, others could be hurt or killed. What happened is that there was a teenage couple who were courting, 16-year-old Vera and her boyfriend Bert, and Bert was in the tool room. Bert worked in the tool room, and the tool room got a direct hit. If he hadn't spent a few minutes after lunch going up to the office to talk to Vera, he would have been in the tool room that got a direct hit. Likewise, Vera should have found her way down to the Stanley Street shelter, and if she'd been there, she would have been killed. There was another girl who did make it down to the Stanley Street shelter, and all they ever found was one red left shoe. There was nothing left of her at all. Luckily, there were only 2 or 3 people in that Stanley Street shelter because the bomb came down so quickly after the air raid siren. No one had actually, well, only a few people had actually made that. Right, now there's cars coming through. It is a fairly busy road. and what we're doing is some cars are coming in, and casualties are going to be evacuated into the cars and taken away to the to hospital. Now, there was an underground casualty cleaning station underneath the car park at Ransome and Marles, and a lot of people were treated there and subsequently sent home. But the more serious casualties were taken away, and the problem is that that first bomb has actually also taken out the works telephone exchange, so we've got no way of summoning help from Newark itself, which is a mile down the road. So we're all on our own. Now, a policeman did manage to dispatch a motorbike rider and get a message to Newark, and eventually the fire brigade turned up, but that's a little while away. So what we're doing now is trying to get casualties into cars, and the cars are taking them away to hospital. Now, the other vehicle that came on scene was the Royal Engineers in a couple of wartime lorries, and they were working at London Road, which was only half a mile away from Ransome and Marles, and they'd heard the plane, they'd seen the bombs falling, and they came along straight away. And we've got another walking wounded coming out of the factory, helped by two colleagues. I think there's blood pouring down from her face. So we've got a stream of cars collecting casualties and taking them away to hospital. Oh no, the army have arrived. That's brilliant timing. They've just come in, they've seen the bombs are landing, and they'll come out. I think they've got a stretcher or two in the back. Clear sounding, because the bombers have passed, they've gone. And what we have here is the awful scene of a lot of people who came out of the factory, got caught in this crossfire. Now, the army have also just been told that there's casualties in the Stanley Street shelter, and so we need a couple of army chaps to come over to the Stanley Street shelter when they're ready. Sorry? I'll tell you about Bert and Vera, who were talking in the office. And they couldn't tell Vera's parents because her dad thought that she was too young to have a boyfriend. That's what she was. So Bert came and he saw through the window the approaching plane, and he pushed her to the ground, and she was furious because she got a nice new coat and it was all dirty now. But that action did save them both, and Vera's actually still alive. She was at the book launch a couple of days ago. Sadly, Bert, whom she married at the end of the war, died in October. Right, so the message has got through to Newark, and they managed to send an ambulance in. Right, now because the air raid shelter here had some medical facilities, we've got a casualty here who's been strapped up into a Neil Robertson stretcher, which was actually very good for raising someone else off the ground, because when you're strapped up on a stretcher like that, they could hoist someone up with a rope, and if they had broken limbs or whatever, they would actually be as safe as they could be. So that was someone, I'm not sure whether that person survived, but